This is a comprehensive history of YouTube.com, where we will be going through all of the major events, uploads and developments of the website's entire history month by month. We're off to a great start, so please like, subscribe and comment if I missed anything. First, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone that's commented on the last video. It's made me very motivated to keep this series going. We are now in May 2005. In our last video, we went from February to April. This is because, largely in 2005, fuck all happened on YouTube, apart from video uploads. The open beta had just officially released to the public. First, we're going to start with all the content and channels created in May. I've decided I'm only going to log the first 100 channels and 50 videos created. This is because I completely underestimated how quickly YouTube became saturated with random channels and random videos being uploaded. That's not to say though that there are complete hidden gems uploaded in this period that you're going to be seeing in this series. But first, here's something I missed from February 2005 thanks to the BetaTube subreddit. This is a picture of Jord, Chad and Steve all looking at a whiteboard discussing YouTube's layout. In the top left we can see that they're discussing search/tags, tags even now being used as a main feature of SEO and search. Them also writing down social network. This just alludes to the fact that they're completely finished with making this a dating website and using it as a social media site. Unfortunately, Chad seems to be blocking the rest of this section. It looks like they're just talking about browsing and general search features of YouTube. Now, what is in the green parts is extremely hard to make out, but by the illustrations, you can see that the video was actually going to be central to the website, with what looks like 5 suggested videos below the video itself. And just a side note, it looks like that they're doing this in a home gym. For those wondering, I did try and enhance this image with some 2026 technology. However, it just made the writing look like scribbles and it made Chad a bit cross-eyed. The channels created on May 1st were I'm Firefly, McCaunt, Fireswamp, BMC Laugh, Greg, Hurley Girl and Fran TV. And now there was only 3 videos uploaded, 2 of which being by Jord but are now deleted. Those are Canon SD500 video and Snake. The only video recovered is Cyber Goon Squad, which has a very different meaning in 2026. May 2nd only had 5 channels created: CPT Sam 74, Vel, Christine, Bullumhead and Utah Mike. The only video uploaded on May 2nd is by Bullumhead called Vernal Lullaby. I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. Moving on, there were 9 channels created on the 3rd, starting with Stuart ML, Pepper, which is now deleted, Myra, Hichicha, which is now suspended, Cobalt, Jartan, Zubaz Pants, Jubilee, and Cobalt Grav. Starting with the videos, we have a deleted video from Jord called On Top of the World. Now there's 2 recovered videos. The first is by Pepper called Mercado del Alberto. The next is Pandas at the San Diego Zoo by Tunafat.
Step 1. 1,600 left in our world, 21 live outside of China, 9 in America, 8 adults, 1 child.
The next video we have for May 3rd is Suspended. I definitely have to censor this as it features Hichicha rolling a spicy cigarette. The title, La Clandestine, is apparently a French phrase for illegal immigrant, meaning the stowaway. Any French people have to confirm that for me. The description translated to English reads, Joint Rolling Course, Paris, May 2nd, 2005. If you want to see this video uncensored, check out my Patreon where you'll be able to see these videos a week early, completely uncensored. And then we have our still public video that you can access now called Sleep Like Lumber by Zubaz Pants. Okay, so nothing really happened on May 4th. We have 2 channels, one of them is deleted. That's Slash On and Jeppy Racco. In terms of the videos, we only have one and it's deleted called What? By Cab Mobile. So there's only 8 videos left for the month of May, so I'm just going to include them all because they're so spaced out. First, we have American Life by Jones for Carry. The description reads, the Russian kid Dmitri fights with some chick over a stuffed mole named Dmitri, while the fat kid sits by and watches, all in chemistry class. And this was on the 12th of May. Now also, from the 12th of May, you have a video called Chem by Jones for Carry, and I assume this is from that same chemistry class. Next, on the 13th of May, we have a deleted video by Jord called What the Hell. Next, on the 14th of May, we have Free Frosty Weekend by Jones for Carry. After this, we have an upload by Zubaz Pants called Good Times. This was uploaded on the 18th of May. Now we have an upload from another one of the founders, Steve, Pajamas and Nick Drake, uploaded on the 22nd of May. The description reads, this is my cat, Pajamas, playing and dancing to the tune of Nick Drake. Now we have a very special video by Cobalt Grub, the first backflip on YouTube. Now you can tell by the title screen, that blue background and the white text, that this video was made with Windows Movie Maker. I like this part of the description where it reads, back in 2005, we weren't thinking about going viral, we were just sending it off rooftops for the fun of it. We've finished covering all of the videos now uploaded in May. However, I thought this last one was worth mentioning, albeit not uploaded in May 2005. It features 2 of the founders on YouTube, Chad Hurley and Steve Chen, talking about YouTube's progression. It was in May 2005 and they seem really stressed out.
I think videos are just going to be just as large. I mean,
well, I was getting pretty depressed, like, towards the end of last week. And I was like, dude, we have, like, maybe 40, 50, 60 videos on the site, but I'm not, it's like, I'm thinking, okay, so if I'm actually a user of the site, I'd be gone in like 4 videos, because there's just not that many videos I want to watch.
like videos like this. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
never
can't put
watch
this
it.
up. It's gonna be like 2 lines.
I'm not gonna put this up.
we're talking.
This is lame.
And now going through the last channels created from May 5th till June. So we have Byland, which is suspended, Weeds, Deirdre, Yoko, Russ Core, which is now deleted, Goot Dude, Odd Technology, Jen the Drummer, which is now deleted, Frigilero, which is now deleted, Sabrina, Yoga Bro, P-Chill, which is now suspended, Doc Tong, which is now deleted, Verse Guru, Save the Tiger, Masnake66, which is now deleted, Lab Love 44, which is also deleted, Gabvin, which is also deleted, Senate Boy 09, Senate Boy 0909, Dr. Booge, X Pickman's Model X, which is deleted, FB Ghetto 5, Sunny D 503, Sandy, Tonamange, John, Stephen, Sixball, Emil, SA, Webleon, which is now deleted, Mate77, deleted, Arathor, Boraim, and lastly for the 100th channel made on YouTube is Polskaya. That is the first 50 videos and 100 channels ever uploaded to YouTube. Now there were some that I skipped because they are just completely unknown and unrecoverable, but from this point forward YouTube picked up extremely in terms of users and videos uploaded. So now, instead of looking at just random 5-second videos uploaded, we're going to be moving on to some more notable moments in YouTube's history. And you might see some of these users return. We have entered the month of June. Before moving on to some notable uploads, first I wanted to cover some site developments. First is this scheduled downtime screen for when the site was under maintenance, having a clipart style character attached. Clipart still exists today, however Microsoft had their own range to be used in the Microsoft Suite back in 2005. This isn't one of them, but it is in the same style. This page reads, "We're busy pushing out some new concoctions and formulas. We'll be back soon, assuming all reactions are stable." Next, we can see that the home page has changed, with the tagline, "Your Digital Video Repository." And now we can see that there are 5 featured videos with notable names like Jord, with tags also being added as a search function. Looking at the sign up and login screen, we can see that by now they've already done away with the dating aspect of the website, since now you only have to certify that you're over the age of 13 to use YouTube. Now we're going to move on to the uploads of June. There were some special uploads in this month, like unexpected firsts for genres made popular in years to come, and OG style of videos that have long since faded from popularity. The first video is called Fan Video by Rafa, and this is the first GMV ever uploaded to YouTube. GMV stands for Game Music Video. These are similar to AMVs, but uses game video footage instead. The game is Silent Hill 4, and the music is Disarm by Smashing Pumpkins. Obviously, I can't play that music, but here is some of the video with a kind of similar style I could find. And for another first, we have Demonstrating Sleep Mode on PSP by Dirk Alberts. This could be considered one of the first tech review channels on YouTube. Here is probably one of the most special videos I could find from June 2005. This is the very first gameplay ever uploaded to YouTube, titled GTA SA. This is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Uploaded by the great Essel Gessi. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's great to see this man is getting his flowers in the comments even recently, with some saying this man is literally the creator of gameplays. My most respect to you, my friend. Rockstar should award this man. Not only is this the first gameplay on YouTube, but it's the first video about GTA. I guess I would be reserved in calling this a Let's Play, since that to me warrants some kind of commentary over the video, but in terms of being one of YouTube's most influential firsts, you have to give Essel Gessi their flowers. Moving on, we have Combined Result by Xavier YR Chen. Here we can see the anime influence already being a part of YouTube. Here is another first on YouTube. A video by Jammy titled Pussy. Oh, I hated saying that. You could argue that this is the very first fail video on YouTube, depicting a woman riding a motocross bike going over the handlebars. I'm fairly certain I'll have to blur this for today's YouTube standards. Next is a really strange video called Steve Chen is a bitch, give me tuna fat. The description reads, a song named Socialism is Good. One of the commenters pointed out that this is probably the first Chinese video on YouTube. And for those that remember, Tuna Fat was Stephen Chen's channel before it got suspended. Now I assume that Chen knew these guys, since if we go forward to 2010, we can see that one of their uploads, Socialism is Good, was favorited by Steve Chen. John Kwang had many other uploads, 2 of which being UFO in China and Ho Ho Ho, which was a comedy lip sync video. It looks like this channel was the first YouTube content creator group. These guys walked so Smosh could run. And I guess I would like to mention, since I'm addressing a lot of quote-unquote firsts for YouTube, I'd like to make the distinction that just because they're first doesn't mean that they are the first established uploaders of the genre. Okay, let's continue. Now shout out to all the martial artists out there, because this is the first martial arts video ever uploaded to YouTube, titled Just Falling by Moondoggy. This depicts the uploader recording his personal trainer Andrew as he demonstrates some capoeira moves in his local gym. Now ask yourself this, what was the type of main content on the internet in the mid-2000s? Funny cat videos. And now I think we have the first funny cat video uploaded to YouTube by a user called Fest with a video titled Cat Hit the Fan.
Turn off the fan!
And now there's another first for YouTube in the month of June. A video by Art Deadline's List titled 2000715.cooking, depicting the uploader cooking a variety of vegetables. People are saying in the comments that if you think about it, this is the first ASMR video. I disagree. However, since the description actually has instructions, I think this is probably the first cooking how-to on YouTube, still sitting with only 4,799 views. Now the next one is quite interesting since we have a video called Meeting with YouTube by Yasushin. This video depicts Chad Hurley and Steve Chen being approached by someone who seems to be speaking Japanese. Also, Steve Chen used to be a smoker. And now moving on to one of the last uploads of YouTube for June, we have the longest video uploaded in 2005. Which you would never believe is a massive 47 minutes and 16 seconds long. Podcasters could never. This upload was by Beer10 Prac. Seemingly this video is just a series of clips of a boat trip. Fortunately, all of these videos are available to watch yourself and I'll be leaving them in the description. Show some support to the channel since people like Essel Gessie still actually pin and favourite comments. Tell them that I sent you and show some support to their videos. The founders of YouTube came out with a blog for July 2005, detailing all of their updates. They had new features rolling out rapidly, so they had a new browse page to find popular and recent videos. They implemented search by username to discover creators. They're quoted as saying, "For example, I've enjoyed every video Cobalt Gruv has ever put up. Instead of having to search for a video of his, I can now type Cobalt Gruv in the search box and get a result set of all his videos." They also implemented the ability to embed videos on external websites like MySpace. Users could also add the recording date and location to their videos. They also redesigned their homepage to include featured videos like we've already seen. What's great, and I don't know who remembers this, but they also added the ability to attach videos directly in messages. I feel like I'm going to say that every month is going to be a very special month. But July in 2005 did have a very huge milestone. I don't want to spoil this as I'd want people to experience this for the first time if they haven't already. If you've got headphones, please put them on as it's quite hard to hear. But here is a real part of YouTube's history as the most influential video sharing site. Now if you're born after the year 2010, then chances are that is the first time you've seen that video. Sorry I had to do it, but I am glad it could be experienced at least by one person for the first time on my channel. The video Ghost Car, released by Mr. Smithereen, is one of the most talked about jump scare videos online, and it was the first to be released onto YouTube. These were actually called Screecher or Screamer videos at the time. Screamer videos were often shared around or shown to family members as a prank, just like the Scary Maze game that came out a year prior. Just for context, this was like a shitty flash game that when you got to the end of it, a jump scare would appear. And if you didn't know, Ghost Car was actually a German energy drink commercial called Keffi that they made a whole bunch of different versions of. Another cool video that I found was a short film released by Jules Bailey. This is called Black Widow. Quite honestly, I've got no clue what is going on in the video, but it will be linked down below if you want to watch the whole thing. Next, we have Kave Yagmai by Sia90, and this is the first guitar video on YouTube. It features two guys just shredding over a backing track. Now, at the start of this video, I referenced something called an AMV, an anime music video, and in July 2005 is when the first one was uploaded to YouTube. Of course, it features Dragon Ball Z footage over One Step Closer by Linkin Park. Now, this is truly a relic, as AMVs completely took off. It's worth mentioning, and I'll go over it at the end of the video, but oftentimes these first videos are re-uploaded from other websites. It's a shame copyright is just so rampant nowadays, but I would just love to play you any part of this. But I highly suggest you check out this video in the description. Another video that I've found that is a sort of reaction to pop culture is a video named Die Frog by Andy Pandy.
Bada ding 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 ding, bada ding 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 ding.
Fucking hate that frog.
Bada bada bum 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 boom.
This video depicts a man in a bear costume shooting the Crazy Frog in the head. It's quite funny that the Crazy Frog video actually got uploaded after this, so the earliest Crazy Frog video on YouTube was the one where he dies. Yet the month prior, the song Crazy Frog by Axel F was #1 in the UK charts, which take from that what you will about the United Kingdom. Now the final video we're going to look at for the month of July is a really interesting one, as it's a video named YouTube Victim by a user Weird Sheep. The person in the video records his screen, which is on youtube.com. Although there's a whole bunch of heavy filters over this, I think it's quite cool that you can make out YouTube's original updated homepage that was released in mid-2005. And what I've just found out recording this video is that this video is actually a parody of something that Jord Kareem uploaded, where you can see YouTube in one of its first original states. Speaking of deleted Jord videos, here's another re-upload that I found of him reacting to the Numa Numa video.
No, not gonna happen.
Just like our previous video, we're going to dive into some internet culture between the months of May and July. First, we'll look at the memes that started getting created. A true classic was Leroy Jenkins, originally uploaded to a website called warcraftmovies.com by Sea Tidal Waves on May 5th. Now, I was a RuneScape player, so I don't know what anything I'm about to say means, but this video depicts an Upper Blackrock Spire raid group, Pals for Life, carefully planning out a method for clearing out the rookery. Leroy is sitting AFK and shouts, "Leroy Jenkins!" and rushes in solo. Unfortunately, it was later revealed this video was a staged version of true events, but doesn't make it any less classic. Next up, we have the Flying Spaghetti Monster. The Flying Spaghetti Monster was created in 2005 by Bobby Henderson as a satirical response to the Kansas State Board of Education's decision to allow the teaching of intelligent design alongside evolution. Henderson published an open letter arguing if intelligent design were taught, then alternate beliefs like a deity made of spaghetti and meatballs should receive equal time. The idea quickly spread online, evolving into a parody religion known as Pastafarianism. We also have Tom Cruise in May 2005 appearing on the Oprah Winfrey Show to promote his film War of the Worlds. He was in a relationship with Katie Holmes, and he was so excited he started jumping around on Oprah's couch acting nuts, spawning a whole bunch of clips that circulated online. You can find a link in the description for the full video. Now, as previously mentioned, Axel F by the Crazy Frog became a #1 hit in the UK. Originally released on May 17th, this song was seemingly made for viral potential, as it being sold as ringtones made it spread like wildfire. It wasn't uploaded to YouTube until a few years later. Now, here's a funny one, as the meme itself didn't start until 2010, but the origin began in June 2005. The word Doge was mentioned in an episode of Homestar Runner's Puppet Show. It wasn't until years later it was attached to the Shiba Inu dog picture.
By D-O-G-E.
Your Doge? What are you talking about?
Next, we're moving on to games. The most popular Flash game was Dad and Me on Newgrounds. This is a classic side-scrolling beat-em-up style game. It's funny how Flash games in this period had no problem being insanely violent, as this game depicts one kid going around beating up a bunch of other kids. Now, on June 21st, we had an absolute classic come out on the PS2 and Xbox, Destroy All Humans. I remember going to my cousin's house and watching him play this. Collecting human brains and trying to take over the Earth blew my mind as a concept when I was younger. The latest version came out in 2016 on the PS4, and I highly suggest anyone who hasn't played this game has to go back and play it. On May 1st, we had Pokemon Emerald get released on the Game Boy Advance. See, I never played any of the Pokemon games, so I'm sure I missed out, but this was another huge release in 2005 regardless. Something new that I'll cover, if it's notable enough in terms of its influence on the internet, is movies. A key example is on May 19th, we had the release of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. This movie spawned countless memes. Next, we had the first Madagascar movie that came out on May 23rd, which also had a really frustrating PS2 game alongside it. And lastly, on June 16th, we have Batman Begins, the start of the Christian Bale trilogy.
You ever felt this way?
And that is it for the months of May through to July in 2005. This one was especially fun to make as the YouTube culture is really starting to pick up now. We'll probably have about 2 more videos after this covering the rest of 2005. Next video will be August to October. Sorry this video took so long to come out. I've had a lot of real life shit I've had to deal with, like starting a new job and moving into my own place. But now these things have settled down, I can get into a good routine with making these videos. Now if I missed anything, please let me know as I'll include and credit it at the start of the next video. But until then, I'm very grateful to anyone who has stuck around this long. Please subscribe, comment and share this video around. Thank you for watching, I'll see you soon.